What's up, folks? Heinz Morning Update, March 20th. Happy first day of spring to anyone who celebrates. Pivot, 57.19. A lot of people watching this 47.50 area. I am watching the 60.65. It's attempted a few times. It has rejected. That is my 62 is the monthly VWAP, so that's kind of what I'm watching. We get above that or sustained above that. 57.81, 58.805, actually probably 807. Possibly the 20, but 32 level is also what I'm watching. Down below, I like S1 at 68. We lose that, we look into possibly that 20, 30, 25, and then 56.06 is a perfect level. And 55.55, so that 55.60 is your kind of your charter low. So again, that's 100 points down from S1. I'm not saying we get there. I'm just saying that that's kind of, these are the levels I'm watching. So I would watch that 70 level. We are well below that 50 that everyone's watching. Again, we tapped the 60, 63 and came back down. We'll look at yearly pivot is 56.53. So that's going to kind of be important. We're toggling with that now. So we get back below that on a closing basis, then I think we could probably head back down. So that's kind of that 2, right? So we have a 56.53 and then we have a 57.60, basically 65. So above that or below that, right? I would take below that 60 or 56, 68, 70 as well. So we'll see. We're kind of in no man's land here. I want to see it test the lows and either break or rebound back or get above these highs. But right now we're kind of in chop zone, which we've been since Fed Day. So we've been here for a while. It's kind of deciding. We could look at this as a bear flag, right? But I don't know. I think most people are thinking a V pattern, and I'm just not convinced that that's going to happen quite yet. 200-day moving average on this one is at 58.43, so obviously we're going to need that above that. Your 50 days crossed your 100-day. It's death when this crosses the 200-day. We're not even close to that yet, but it is turning down. These aren't coming up. These are turning down. So pressure is still here. It's going to take a lot, in my opinion, to get this rally that everybody's hoping for. Now, we have been squeezing up, and that's fine. They stick save this, basically this 5,600 level, 55.94. You did dip down, but you recovered quickly. That's a huge volume node. This is another huge volume node at 96. And that's pretty much where we're at. But typically when you lose something like this, we go into the void and then on the other side. So that's probably why we kept it up here. But I'd like to see it at some point get through that. Now I don't know how far we go down. Your S1 on the yearly is 51.02. We have lots of stuff here. Huge volume node, or void, if you will. And then 4,700 is your 200-day on the weekly, which is typically macro support, right? So we went below that during COVID, but prior to that, every correction has kind of hit that 200, bounced back, went through it, regained it, then we were off to the races, right? That was like when stocks would never go down post-COVID. We hit that high, we came down, we tapped the 200 in October of 22, and then we continued to go up, 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 up. So I think we have a lot more room on the downside. That's just me. But if they hold this area and start to bounce it back, if we get it above 57.63, 65 area and a close above that, then I think that we could probably start to see upside momentum, and that would be bulls would have the ball back. SPX, we cleared a cash gap yesterday. Left one from yesterday. 22 to 14, nothing special. We chewed into this upside cash gap, 15 to 55.70, so we went 5 points into it. 50-day on the SPX is 58.03. I would look at that as resistance. That also almost starts a cash gap, 58.12 to 58.42. Downside cash gap still there, 63. 55.63 to 21. So a couple large cash gaps, one left from yesterday. I would watch yesterday's as support. So watch 56.14 as support. 30, we're down 30. Hold on, let's get to this. 9.5 has pretty much held on the euro after that monster fucking squeeze from the ECB. They did announce by October that they want to do digital currency, and I think that that's partially why they were ramping this up. I would assume that this would probably track back down now, but we will see. I'd like to see it back below at least the 08 level, but preferably the 6.3 level to continue down into the zero, where in my opinion it should be. I'm agnostic. I don't have a trade on right now. So that's it. OPEX tomorrow. Big heavy volume at 5,600 for the AM options. I would look at that for end of day pin or opening pin for tomorrow's AM options. ES down 30, Dow down 131, NASDAQ down 132, Dow down 210, and Russell down 17. So pressure today, numbers came out on unemployment, nothing big happened. So we will see. Please be careful. Again, OPEX tomorrow, so look at the majors for a target for the AM options, unless they close it weird and then move the futures overnight to meet that criteria.